What's going on, everyone? So the Lakers have quite the roster, right? I mean, they got size, they got depth, they got switchability, they got versatility. They have all the tools, all the intangibles to win an NBA championship. They got the two stars. This roster is ridiculous. This team is legitimately like 13 players deep. And the Lakers acquired everybody fast, right? Like the Lakers knew exactly who they wanted, exactly what they wanted, and got it done. And you gotta love it. I mean, they got all their transactions done like day one, which is perfect, right? Does kind of suck because now it's like we're in this slow period where like last offseason you had so many rumors and so many things, and the Lakers were kind of like trying to figure stuff out. You had Kyrie Irving, and it was like, is he coming to Lakers? Oh, he's wearing a Lakers shirt in a interview, and it was just a madhouse, right? But this year, Rob Pelinka's like, I want you, and you. Let's go. Sign up. Let's get it. And I love it, right? But the Lakers still have two open roster spots. And the Lakers have been actively looking for a center, and nothing's really happened. Now, again, still got a long offseason, right? We're still like, what, month and a half, 2 months from training camp. So we still got some time, right? We're not even in September yet. So definitely got some time. But you would think that the Lakers would want to kind of get everything done, right? It's not like even last year, like the Kevin Durant trade, stuff like that really kind of put free agency on a standstill, right? Where like all of free agency was basically done by day one and day two, right? Like all of it. The only thing we're really waiting on is like what's going on with Damian Lillard, what's going on with James Harden. But Damian Lillard, like we know where he's going. He's going to Miami. It's just Miami's trying to figure out how to make that happen. Right? And then James Harden, he wants to go to the Clippers. Don't really see that happening. He probably just ends up staying in Philly. Now, Zach LaVine and Pascal Siakam and a couple other names, they've been on the trade rumors, the trade market, right? But, even if they go, how much of an impact are they going to have on said teams, right? So the Lakers, you would think, you'd want to kind of just lock it up, right? And the Lakers, they locked up their two-way spots. Right? They signed Alex Fudge, so now you got Fudge, you got Demoy Hodge, you got Colin Castleton. So you got your two ways locked up and done. So now you need your 15 players, right? So now you need to fill in the 14 spot, which is very likely going to be the center position, and then the 15 spot, right? And it looks like the Lakers are waiting around for Christian Wood. There's a lot of talk, speculation about Christian Wood wanting to go to the Lakers. He's leaning towards the Lakers. He's just waiting to see if something on the horizon comes, right? He wants the money, but doesn't look like he's getting the money. He's only getting vet minimum deals. And if he continues to just get vet minimum deals, then based on the reports, he's looking to go and sign with the Lakers. Cool. Christian Wood would be great. He would be awesome. But here's the thing. Like, one, Christian Wood is more of a power forward than a center. Right? So if you're the Lakers, do you look for another center? The Lakers are also said to have been interested in Bismack Biyombo. Even if you land Christian Wood, couldn't you still just go sign Bismack Biyombo right now? Or couldn't you just go sign, I don't know, go sign a DeMarcus Cousins or something like that? Or go sign a Dwight Howard or Hassan Whiteside or Alex Lynn or, Myers Leonard or whomever, right? Like, and because going and signing somebody does not change you getting Christian Wood, right? Like you can still go sign somebody and then still have the open roster spot to sign Wood if you want to, and still give him the same amount of money. So like that's something else as well. It's interesting that the Lakers just haven't really done anything, right? Like there's not like this huge wave of free agencies that could still happen. There's not like a bunch of like real marquee guys. Like Christian Wood is the best player that's available right now. And he has a lot of question marks and just locker room issues and concerns and just character issues and stuff. And it's like the Lakers, like, what you need, right? You need a center. You could use maybe another shooter or something, right? Vet guy. Like you could go get a piece now and then just sign Christian Wood when he comes. I mean, you got to think Rob Pelinka's got to have something cooking, right? I mean, it's Rob Pelinka. He's been done a fantastic job. And so I sometimes wonder, I'm like, man, like, I wonder what he's cooking up. I wonder what he's thinking. Are they really just waiting for Christian Wood and then going to make their decision on the 15th spot based on Christian Wood? Right? And what happens if they sign him? Because if you don't sign Wood, maybe that changes things, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know how much it would change. Because your needs are still kind of the same with or without Christian Wood. Right? Like, maybe they're waiting on buyouts. Right? Like, maybe they're looking and waiting to see if, does an Alec Burke or, Evan Fournier or somebody like that end up becoming available on the buyout market and they go and grab them rather. Maybe they like one of those guys more than they do like a Terrence Ross or something like that. That could be another real option, right? Lakers are just trying to remain patient. And like, look, it's not something that like they have to do. Right? Rob Pelinka's been very good at just expressing and remaining patient. He is clearly a very patient man. And us as Laker fans, we get impatient because, we want to see, I want to, especially me, like I want to see what is the final roster. Like, what does it look like? Like who's our 15 guys? So we can start breaking this thing down and we can start really kind of analyzing and coming up with the rotations and coming up with like who are the odd men out and whatnot. All right. Like, because if you have Christian Wood, then that changes things. If you don't have Christian Wood, that changes things, right? Like you go and get an Evan Fournier or something like that changes things, right? So I'd like to know where we are at. And, so the only thing that kind of comes to mind is either A, the Lakers are waiting to see what's on the horizon in the buyout market, right? Like who becomes available. And let's save that 15th spot. Because like, let's say you do sign Bismack Biyombo, right? And then you are now you're saving that 15th spot for Christian Wood, right? And let's say Evan Fournier becomes, I'm just using him as an example, right? Not saying the Lakers should even sign him, just strictly an example. But let's say Evan Fournier becomes available and Rob's like, man, Evan Fournier would be great. That's the guy that we've been waiting for. It's the guy we want. Oh, we just gave Bismack Biyombo a contract and we're waiting on Christian Wood. Do we just kind of make the decision for Christian Wood or do we wait? Now you miss out on Christian Wood for like an Evan Fournier. That could be a disaster. So I think either A, they're waiting on the buyout, or B, they're not going to do anything until Christian Wood makes his decision. But even like Christian Wood, it's like, what are you waiting on? Like, if you haven't gotten a big offer, you're not going to get one. Like, what team is going to now all of a sudden say, okay, well, we're just going to give you the big offer now? Like, something's got to be cooking, right? Like, like, are you waiting for Damian Lillard to go to Miami and then maybe he chooses Miami? I don't know. But, like, Miami could probably use you now, right? Like, I don't know what significant changes could be on the horizon that would kind of persuade him to wait. Like if you're not getting more than a vet minimum, if you were going to get more than a vet minimum deal, you would have already gotten it. Right? Rob Pelinka is more than happy to sign you. Rob Pelinka is more than happy to bring you on board. Right? Like, because again, if the Lakers weren't interested in Christian Wood and the Lakers weren't waiting for Christian Wood, then why haven't they signed somebody? Why haven't they signed Bismack Biyombo? Right? Why haven't they signed Alex Lynn or Myers Leonard or whomever? Like, why has nobody gotten picked up yet? If you're not waiting for Christian Wood, then what are you waiting for? Because even if the buyout market does happen, right? Are you going to really find two guys on the buyout market that make sense? Probably not. So you could still go sign that center right now and then save that 15th roster spot for the buyout. And then if a buyout doesn't happen, just sign, a Terrence Ross or something like that to a non-guaranteed deal. And then you're good, right? That's kind of how I see this. But it's just like nothing's happened. And it's like the Lakers seem to have known, Rob Pelinka seemed to have known exactly what he wanted, exactly who he wanted, how he wanted to approach this, how he wanted to go about it, what he needed to get, this, that, and the other. And he ended up making it happen. And he got basically everything done immediately. And now you're kind of like drawing this out and getting it all like drawn out for the sake of drawing it out, which like, okay, I guess. I get there's no real rush, but it's like, don't you want to kind of know, like, wouldn't you like to know already? I mean, most teams pretty much have their entire roster locked up, So, I don't know. Anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? What do you think's going on? Do you think that, yeah, they're just waiting for Christian Wood? Do you think that, no, like, Rob's got something cooking? Do you think, like, he's waiting on the buyout market? What are your thoughts? However you feel. Whatever they are, I'd love to hear it, so let me know.